And the kickoff will sail deep into the end zone. They fake it to the freshman on the first play and then check it down. That's Bowers Sharp, the tight end, for a short gain. Impact players when LSU's got the ball.
Well, Cassius Howell doing a great job, having a big year.
These second down plays become important because the Aggies are tremendous on third down. But Barry, the freshman, breaks loose and says, yeah, I'm ready for this stage. Picks up 16.
Boy, what a job here. You'll see a wide receiver coming from the left to be able to pick up this block on the safety. Good job of being able to get down in. In fact, that was the big tight end, Trez Green, that came down to make that block. And then just
back in the game on 2nd and 10. Four-man rush, and they got him. Well, 4 guys beat 5, and there is Cassius Howell. He portaled from Bowling Green. He is a big problem for everybody who faces this team.
And this is why both these guys were impact players. The freshman left tackle, that's a tough ask on a second and long, obvious passing situation. This has been probably their best interior D lineman. He's a big one tonight.
Yeah, he's been out. Good to have him back healthy. Reed from the pocket delivers across the middle, and it's a crossing right to Concepcion, who sprints out of bounds. Got in front of the freshman DJ Pickett, picked up 13. Ball out quickly, spit to the edge. It's Theo Mellon-Orstrom, the big Swede, and the tight end. First down yardage at the LSU 41. Showing some pressure. Got to hurry here. Play clock at 1. Reed rolling out. And wanted to launch downfield, just takes off. Marcel Reed racing to the pylon. Makes a cut and dives for the end zone. Touchdown A&M. The electric quarterback strikes early from 41.
Now this is undisciplined eyes from the second level of the LSU defense.
The Aggie band and the fans, and they're here a pretty good number, making noise as Harlem Berry seems close to breaking a long one, picked up 5 on first down. 2 by 2, and now Kyle Parker comes in motion, so 3 wide receivers to the right of Nussmeier. They run it, and Berry running hard, and it's a first down out across the 35, picked up 6 more.
Yeah, good job.
Nussmeier, long pitch to the perimeter, and catch made by Brown, who scoots out of bounds. He can still throw a lot of beautiful balls when you give him a little time, Nussmeier.
Yeah, and also play with a quarterback and offensive line's minds, especially if they get you behind the sticks.
Ball out quickly and caught at the end by Trez Green. When you got the play sheet up over the microphone, it indicates that he's talking to the Green Dot York. So 4 different receivers have caught passes already. Nussmeier zips a quick throw, and Aaron Anderson, who's a dangerous small receiver, picks up 8. Aggies have been stout down in the red zone. 4 receivers, bunch to the right. They go back to the left. Green, jump ball. That was easy. Trez Green, a red zone weapon. What a drive for Nussmeier. Surgical.
Well, if you wanted to keep this crowd in the game after the Aggies scored in the fashion in which they did, you needed an answer. And that's what Garrett Nussmeier did. Watch this. He's covered. Chris, look at this. He's
He really was challenging these fans.
Handoff inside. Jamarian Morrow, part of that deep. They fake it to EJ. Reed again. Dances free. It's so hard to contain. He's got the speed, but he's also got a lot of wiggles. Tigers back off. Reed tries to make a play in the move. Throws it end zone. Touchdown. KC Concepcion from 15 yards out. And A&M back on top.
Well, alone in the back. Space to work with, on time, and a good job of stepping back to his quarterback to make sure that's a touchdown. 7th
touchdown reception for number 7. And the Aggies 2 for 2, 75 yards in 10 plays. Would have been a 3rd loss for the preseason number 1. Barry, solid start to this game for the freshman. His first career start, picks up 4.
Such an emphasis against Mike Elko. It's always important.
Four-man rush. They twisted and they got home, and Cassius Howell has knocked down Nussmeier for a second time tonight.
Yeah, it's slow to get up, but they go empty. Means you only have 5 offensive linemen. Here's a redshirt freshman going against one of the best. And of course, you still sprinkling him in the run game. Uh-oh.
Ball is loose, and they have to go back and dive on it. Recovered there by Reuben Owens, the running back. They'll lose 11.
Fiu just snapped the ball. I think everybody on the offense, including Marcel Reed. They got an overload to the right. Look at the late movement. That late movement by those 2 defenders at the second level freed up Caleb Jackson to get through. What a well-designed, all-out punt block.
And the way the lefty White, very methodical on that, but a free runner gets home, and LSU on the ropes defensively comes up with a stop, and now the punt block for the safety. So it's your responsibility to call it. Reed from the pocket, crossing route. And they continue to use the tight ends effectively. Orstrom got out there. Big gain out near midfield. Second catch tonight for the Swede. Pressure comes. Reed steps up and launches. One-handed grab by Ashton Bethel-Roman. Still running. Bethel-Roman, the redshirt freshman, gets involved. Makes a huge play.
Pressure up the middle, but watch them pick this pressure up. Gives Marcel Reed a great pocket to be able to step up in. Heck of a job. Whoa, very close to taking that chance of going up and over the defender. But it pays off. Just clears P.J. Woodland. And a 3rd down and 7 conversion, and one of the great catches of the weekend by
defender standing in the end zone. Almost enticing him to throw it to that side. Instead, he throws a pick over the middle. Picked off by Halsey. Halsey all the way out to the 25. So Reed makes a mistake, and LSU with a huge takeaway.
Well, normally you would see Patrick Payton in there to blitz or to rush off the edge. This time he shows pressure, then he backs out. And Marcel Reed's taking a few chances. I don't know if he got a fingertip on it or not, but Halsey does a good job.
Double digits. Nussmeier took a beating last time, remember, back in the game. Flips it down, and Bowers Sharp, the tight end, is going to be tackled behind the line. With the Houston Cougars, 7 picks there, and now 2 for LSU. Durham runs inside. It appeared that he injured his shoulder. You can kind of lift for one of the athletic trainers.
To the right.
And now Nussmeier taking a shot downfield. Looping throw, catch made by Berry and Brown. Deep shot. He beat Ricks that time, and LSU is set up.
Well, good job here by Nussmeier. He gets a safety, kind of cheating up, so he's got one-on-one. He just puts it up for his receiver. What an adjustment late. I don't even know how he saw the football.
41-yard strike.
Jeez, what a catch. 2 picks on the year for A&M's defense.
Now they hand it off to Berry, and the freshman bursting down inside the 5. Brian Kelly said he's earned the start, and he looks the part, 13 yards.
Great job on the right side. Josh Thompson, a Northwestern transfer, and Weston Davis, combination block.
Second and goal. Berry, hesitation, makes a cut. Freshman in the end zone, LSU reclaims the lead.
With the AT&T connected clicker, you're going to see a DN collapse down. There's no edge to the defense, and really good vision by this freshman. See how he presses the hole, but he's not just going to run it right into the teeth. Instead, he's able to find grass to the backside, sees that in, had collapsed, and then it's just him getting north and south and having a nose for that goal line. Really good vision, good instincts. You can just see it.
Handoff, right side. Owens picks up about 5.
And just think, if you're an A&M fan, it's 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Here before halftime. Got 2 timeouts and the 2-minute timeout to work with. Pressure. Reed got the ball out. Catch made on the end. Craver. Oh, Craver flashing the speed, just brought down. And the ball batted in the air and intercepted. Deflected off the edge and picked off by Harold Perkins.
Cover man he is, but here he shows you the timing, kind of disguising this blitz late. Really a roll of the dice, because look how deep the safety is. If Marcel Reed gets that up and over, there's some room to run, but Halsey took that cushion away. Would have been a bang-bang play if he, in fact, got it over. But 2 great plays by LSU DBs, Halsey and Delane there, to give this Tigers defense some life and get the ball now back to their guys. No safety behind.
2nd down play. Durham off the right side, still going. Caden Durham lowers his shoulder, delivers a blow, and it's into the red zone before Dalton Brooks got him.
He comes downhill in a hurry, and watch what happens to him when he starts to cheat down. Watch 4. Bang! Nice crack block, make the corner miss. And I think Durham getting healthy, maybe Barry getting the start as a true freshman. Here's a good look at it there. Nice job keeping his head in front, and a good shake of the corner. Will Lee block the safety, make that corner have to tackle a really good back. But like I said, Caden Durham's had it.
And field goals made at LSU. And he knocks it through. Boy, most of this first half, the A&M offense clicking. They seem to be. And they hand it off to Owens. Owens with a quick burst to the 40. They have a couple timeouts if they want to spend them here.
Well, yeah, you run a football there just of seeing what might happen, and you hit a crease and execute the way they were early. But some miscues, as we've talked about, changed the momentum, and now they get a chance to start the second half and try to get it going with the football.
Bussey from the 1. And Terry Bussey breaks free. Look out. Just tackled. Touchdown saving play made on the far sidelines. Aaron Burrow, the kicker, got into position to stop Bussey. You brought it back 43 yards.
Well, he also does a good job right away, early part of the return.
Owens and Morrow. And Reed takes off. Marcel Reed weaving his way into the LSU secondary.
Well, if you want to win in here, you got to finish these red zone opportunities with touchdowns.
From the pocket, Reed scrambling and scoring. 2nd rushing touchdown for the Aggie quarterback. A&M back on top.
Let him down. He sees an opening. Nobody accounting for him until it's too late by 7 and white. That's a touchdown.
If his job was to be the spy, it was the worst spy ever.
Yeah, right.
And he's going to be brought down at the line once again. That pass rush, that's DJ Hicks this time.
Football walks everybody up like you see. Now it's a matter of just dropping. They're rushing 4. But the offensive line with 2 freshmen at tackle, they're completely confused. It's not one guy. It's the entire pocket collapses on top of Nussmeier. Now,
and no surprise. They've been tough all year. Chadwick with a big boot. Concepcion backed up all the way to the 23 and breaks free. Look out. KC Concepcion still running. They're not going to catch him. KC Concepcion. Touchdown. A&M 79 yards.
You mentioned a big return to get the second half started on the kickoff. That's just making a guy miss. That's not great blocks. Now you got some blocks, and now the instincts just take over. He's so gifted and so natural. A&M has come out with a different.
Bussey is back deep. This kick is not nearly as good. And it's off his chest. Scramble for it. A&M says they retain possession. Concepcion have the ankle check. Morrow houses it. Aggies pulling away. 24-yard touchdown. And A&M, just like last year, dominating. Freeze now.
Watch Morrow. He was a very natural receiver. And there's just no coverage. There's nobody out there. I don't know if LSU got confused. You did have another jet motion to affect the eyes, a little eye candy, but he's out there, and linemen have no one to block. Forget about tackling him. The linemen have no one to block until Perkins comes over late.
Showing pressure. They bring it, and Green, the target there, tackled immediately by Scooby Williams, who's been getting healthy.
They show this sometimes that they'll bring it, but you get a motion, and look at the eyes already. He's already locked in. I got him. No miscues, no mistakes, so it's complex, and it's a lot for an offensive line and a quarterback to deal with, and yet look at the execution on the other side by Texas A&M and their defense. Good job.
They're booing, and there's also some chanting we could hear as Concepcion is back in the game, fields the punt again. Look out, KC Concepcion dancing and weaving, still going. They couldn't bring him down, runs out of tackles, and is going to be stopped inside the LSU.
Yes. They aren't even thinking of being conservative with the lead. They got guys that, you hear that term dogs? That's what these guys have, led by Marcel Reed, KC Concepcion.
Handoff. Daniels around the left side, knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
No doubt. Halsey, who's a great player, is coming down from this spot at safety, but again, just not at the spot, not setting the edge, and that's your best player, your best tackler, leading tackler, who's coming down with that job. He kind of got his eyes and his nose inside and opened up that outside.
And they hand it off to one of them in the backfield. Flag is down. Orchestra, the tight end there, took the handoff, and he was excited about guys out there. They lined up in the neutral zone, and they gave up a touchdown to a tight end who just went diving over like a fullback. Fan attitude is here in Baton Rouge. Celebratory if you're an Aggie. Esmeyer on the move, on the run, hits Aaron Anderson, who scoots out.
They're as good as anybody, in my opinion, the way they're playing right now, that there is in the country.
Esmeyer, he's going to be sacked all the way back at the 30. That's Rylan Kennedy.
He's going up against a tight end. This is a tough ask, right? Bowers Sharp trying to block a defensive end. Both the defensive ends get home, but it's Kennedy that comes up with that big sack. Remember, they didn't blitz there. They rushed 4. Hayes on one side, Kennedy on the other. That shows you the depth they have. Chris, I don't know how good LSU is. I mean, it's easy to look at this and say, oh, they had the lead, by the way. That was just getting it done, showing maturity on the road. This is just
comprehensive. Very, very tough-minded team.
They continue to get better and better with Ty Simpson.
Cut back, spinning, and scoring. Jamarian Morrow joins the party with a touchdown for a true freshman. He just kind of walked in.
Yeah, this is a beaten down LSU defense. Game's gotten away from them. Tackling's not Texas. What a story, right?
Yeah, Ryan Niblett, who had a punt return in Red River, had one 79-yarder to basically get it even, and then they won it in overtime. Arch Manning left the game hurt in OT. We'll have to see what. Michael Van Buren, one time a Mississippi State starter, comes in there and finds Trades Green, who catches it in stride out near midfield.
Boy, that's an absolute strike.
And now gets welcomed to the game by that pass rush. He believes that they'll sign. The real weakness of this team, one particular area, is kind of an important one. The offensive line is what's held them back more than anything. And then the defense.
I think the defense.
Van Buren steps away from the pressure, trying to direct traffic and get somebody open in the end zone, and throws it. And off the juggle, Kyle Parker comes up with it. Touchdown LSU.
Dan Anderson dealing with injury. There's the left hand. Now I watch his eyes go straight down. They make sure I'm in. Possessed the ball. Has it. Both feet down. And kept control of the ball.
Final minute, and it's the first points for LSU after halftime. They outscored A&M 11-0. Remember, in that second quarter, they had that 4-point lead going to halftime, and 8-0. First time since 1992. And they've got their sights set on 12-0. They've never made the SEC championship game.